First day in office, Trump signs. Executive orders, pardons, and withdrawals from WHO President Donald Trump made a series of dramatic moves on his inauguration day on January 20th, marking the beginning of an agenda to restrict immigration, boost fossil fuel production, and cut environmental regulations. First orders. Immediately after being sworn in at the Capitol, Mr. Trump, 78 years old, sat at his desk and signed a series of executive orders. Among them, former President Joe Biden's policies on artificial intelligence, electric vehicles, and many other regulations were canceled. Mr. Trump also ordered a federal hiring freeze and asked employees to return to the office. The Trump administration also moved quickly to change immigration policy. The U.S. Customs and Border Protection Agency ended a program that allowed migrants to enter the country legally through appointments on a mobile application. At the State Department, more than a dozen senior nonpartisan diplomats were asked to resign, making way for those loyal to the new president. On the economic front, despite pledging to impose new tariffs on Canada, China, and Mexico, Mr. Trump unexpectedly delayed implementation, causing the U.S. dollar to plummet. In his inaugural address, Mr. Trump emphasized his intention to declare a national emergency at the southern border with Mexico, deploy the military there, and continue the policy of forcing migrants seeking asylum to wait in Mexico. He also asked the government to recognize only gender based on birth certificates. Issued amnesty. On the same day, Mr. Trump issued amnesty orders for 1,500 people involved in the riot at the Capitol on January 6, 2021. They are hostages, Mr. Trump said, referring to defendants who were charged or convicted. The decision included commuting the sentences of some defendants. The U.S. Justice Department has previously indicted about 1,580 people in connection with the riot, of which 55% were charged with misdemeanors and 45% with felonies. Withdrawing the U.S. from the World Health Organization, WHO, President Trump also signed an executive order withdrawing the U.S. from the World Health Organization, WHO, accusing the agency of mishandling global health crises and being subject to improper political influence from member states. The U.S. has paid too much money to this organization, Trump said, emphasizing that the decision would take effect within 12 months and the U.S. would stop all financial contributions. As the largest donor to the WHO, the U.S. currently contributes about 18% of the organization's operating budget. The move marks an important step in the Trump administration's foreign policy, continuing its hardline stance towards international organizations. With decrees and decisions on the first day of his inauguration, Mr. Trump clearly demonstrated his determination to fulfill his promise to bring America back to the golden age, despite challenges from a divided Congress and international pressure.